on to control.
You're going to take the handcuffs off.
Try anything funny, you regret it?
I'm not like that.
That's nice to know.
What do we do to pass the time?
We could shut up.
Could we? Game of cards?
No.
Not to gamble?
No!
Look, just because you're a copper, you don't have to be a dead neck.
Watch it!
Dead neck. What would you do if I decided to refer to you exclusively in terms of farmyard animals, Deadneck?
Just try it.
No. Other games. Insults are empty, aren't they? What can we do then?
I'm going to read this paper and you're going to shut up.
Yeah, but this is my last chance of a civilised conversation, you see. This time next week I shall be in HM prison. And the standard of conversation in those institutions does not rival in any way Oxford or Cambridge. Or, I would guess, the sparkling badinage around the half-fire at Chez Nous.
Well, I am trying to read.
Oh, well then you read. It's your concentration you'll be worried about, because I'm going to be talking solid for the next 2 3/4 hours. Talk is a very wonderful thing. Communication, you see, is at the basis of it all. Oh. Farewell, London town. See you around sometime. I left my heart in Shepherd's Bush.
Is that right?
37, 26, 36.
It's a funny shape for a heart.
You're a comedian. I didn't know that.
Well, you better shut up, because you're going to get me very annoyed.
I don't want to. You haven't got the tiniest law in your book which says I must shut up. Oh, I'm not saying you won't get one. But as of this moment, you haven't got it. You're not listening to me, are you? Are you?
Don't go too far, Curry. I've got a temper.
Threat?
No, guarantee.
Are you saying you put one on me because of idle words?
I'm saying I've got a temper. Now, don't push me.
I'd better think about that. I wonder what I'll get for blowing that weeny little safe. Tell you what I did get, sweet damn all. 600 dirty pound notes and £26 of insurance stamps. Hardly worth the bother. I should get a year or two for that. What's going to happen to the heart I left in Shepherd's Bush? Dora, her name is. Oh, she's a lovely crumpet. Crumpet par excellence. She's got the most perfect bloody teeth I've ever seen on a woman. And a lovely soft way of talking. I shall miss her, Copper. I think I'll give up crime.
Good. We're very busy, every contribution appreciated.
Do you know how I started in crime?
No, to tell you the truth, I'm not interested.
It was during the war.
Look, Curry, I don't want to know. Really, truly, and definitely.
Spring 1944. I was about 11. I had this friend at school named Peter Coles. He was my best mate. It was a Catholic school. My mother was Irish Catholic, you see. Me and Peter Coles was close as two peas in a pod. He was a good-looking boy, with a terrible smoker's cough. Love it was, Mr. Parkin. I loved him. What about that, then?
What about it?
Oh, he was a regular boy. Always showed his nose. Winter or summer, he was at school, 9 o'clock, sitting at his desk when I come in, always 10 minutes late. Beaten every day of my life I was for being late. And in spring 1944, cold, dry day, I arrive at school. Peter's not there. About 11 o'clock, the headmaster comes in and he says, "Everybody stand up. We will now say the De Profundis for the repose of the soul of Peter Coles, who was killed in an air raid last night." Out of the depths have I cried unto you, my Lord. Lord, hear my prayer. And let thine ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication. If thou, O Lord, have observed iniquities, who shall endure them? I was at his place the night before, playing with him. After school, I went round to his house. The bombs had punched it flat as a foot ruler. There was still little bits of steam coming out of it. There was a kind of atmosphere of death. And do you know what amazed me? The amount of paper they put in a house. It was just broken bricks and tons of charred paper. That night, robbed my first off licence. They called it a crime, and of course I was caught. We can get tea on this train, you know.
Yes.
I'd like some tea. Of course, you could be a rat and say no, but I'd really like some tea.
We'll get some when they come round.
You married, Mr. Parkin?
Aye.
Did you beat your wife? Sorry about that, I'm a bit cheeky sometimes, saying it too fast without meaning it. Sorry.
Okay.
You've got a kind of open face for a cop. Honest.
You haven't.
Right. The reason I asked you was, remember I was telling you about Dora with the beautiful teeth? Do you know, she's the first bird I ever wanted to marry. I got marriage on the brain. To her. I think I blew that little post office at Fitca to get the money together to marry her. Maybe that's a fantasy.
Maybe.
One thing's for sure, she won't be there when I come out. Woman don't wait 1, maybe 2 years. Well, not her, she's desirable to fellas. She was great to live with. Kind. Thoughtful. I shall miss her.
Look, you're talking yourself into a mood. Why don't you read the paper? Give me some peace.
Been a good year for robberies.
You won't have many friends, Curry.
How's that?
You're too busy talking, they can never introduce themselves.
That's you.
Me?
Yeah, you're bringing it all out of me.
Come again?
It's your sympathetic face, like I told you I can talk to you.
Pity.
I want you to listen to me.
I wish you could avoid it.
No, I want to talk business.
Business?
I want to ask for some help, some advice. I've got something to exchange with you.
Exchange what?
I know something.
Well, what?
Let's put it this way. I don't want to go to prison, and I don't want to lose Dora.
You mentioned that.
I know something big.
What?
I've heard it's possible to do a deal with the cops. Look, let's say that I know nothing. That's what I'm saying. But suppose I suddenly remembered, like, that I did know something about a big job, and I kind of told you, and you caught these people. Is there a deal in it for me?
Look, you'll go to court and you'll get sentenced. Now, supposing you did help us with a big job and we got convictions, might go easier for you.
Well, I'd like you to clarify that.
I can't, and I wouldn't.
Yeah, but if I told you something about a big job, you reckon I'd get leniency?
Yeah, go on.
It's a long story, how I heard about it.
What job?
Like I said, it's a long story.
All right. Take your time. Start at the beginning.
First you don't want me to talk, now you do.
Yeah, that's right, Curry. Come on. What big job?
The theft, in a week from now, of £250,000 of gold bullion from London Airport. Big enough for you, Mr. Parkin? All anxious, aren't you? All anxious for me to talk.
Who's setting up this job?
John Selfridge. You going to write this down?
Any objections?
No. But it will be better for me, won't it? I'll be sent up for less time.
Probably, if we get convictions, if this job's what you say it is.
OK.
Go on.
Well, this bloke Selfridge, he asked me and Dora round to have a drink in his pad. He's very smooth, very quiet, very clever. I found him a bit creepy.
Know anything about his background?
I wasn't investigating him for the police, you know. He's the sort of bloke who's got no form, I can tell the type. You check, I'll bet you'll find no form. Dora, he gives a drink to. Me, he takes into a kind of workroom.
Yes.
He shows me a pound of gelignite and a little detonator. Can I have your sugar?
Yes.
He wants to know whether the detonator's big enough to blow the jelly. I say that in my considered opinion, yes. He says that's all he wants to know, so I ask him what the job is and he tells me to mind my own business. Now, although he definitely got a point there, it kind of niggled me. I suppose the whole scene that Mr. Selfridge had going for him, it kind of aroused my curiosity.
Right.
So I had a little chat with him. Then we go back into the split-level drawing room where Dora's knocking back the Bacardis, and there's a mate of mine from way back there, a bloke called Tiny Wallace. You know him.
No.
Oh, you can tell you come from the provinces. Tiny Wallace is the driver. You want to do a big hoist? You get Tiny Wallace to do your transport.
Wallace?
Yeah. I.S. Anyway, that night I goes out with Tiny and I get him as drunk as a Caesar. And he tells me everything. Now the job's London Airport, it's next Friday. It's a through shipment of bullion from the US to France for the French government. Once he starts talking, he can't stop, you know. So he says it's shed number 3. Now that rings a bell.
How?
Shed number 3, Boat Cargo, I know it well. Look, the scene's this. Gold comes in Friday morning from New York. It's locked away in Customs Bond Shed 11. Now, the keys of the bond sheds are kept in shed number 3. I know that shed.
You said.
It so happens to have been built like a concrete bunker. So I says to Tiny, here, you're going to be inside when you blow that safe. What are you going to do about ventilation? That had him.
Ventilation?
It's got you too and all, isn't it? Look, When you blow a piece of jelly in a confined space, the atmospheric pressure increases by 27,000 times the volume of the jelly blown. You might as well donate your body for medical research. They don't build those places like that by accident, you know.
Well, what did Wallace say?
Well, he took me straight away to see Selfridge. Selfridge was hopping mad because Wallace had blurted. But he soon came to his senses. Stupid git. It annoys me, you know. The top of the crime scene, you get these smooth as oil operators, thick as a co-op loaf. And what aggravates is they set these jobs up and they're successful. And it's me, been in the work umpteen years. I go into a chemist shop, pinch a bottle of cough linctus and I'll get cool. You know, one of these days I'll have to take a long look at myself. Pitiful.
But you told Selfridge about the dangers of blowing the safe.
Yeah. Well, he gets on the phone. About half hour later, a little bloke, called funnily enough Littlewood, he comes round. Well, anyway, this Littlewood argues with me like he's God's answer to the cracksman's dream. He says I'm talking a load of rubbish. OK, I says, let me shake your hand. Because this time next Friday, you're just going to be an obituary notice.
So?
Oh, Mr. Big, very regal-like, points at Littlewood and says, get out. Then he turns to me and he says, you're hired.
Hired?
Right.
And?
I told him to get lost.
And?
Well, I mean, he really annoyed me, you know. Well, I starts to walk out. So he comes across to me with a very confident, now let's sit down and discuss this properly kind of smile. He tells me how there's 8 of them on the job, mostly transport, how it's a walkover, and what's my price. I should have walked out.
You didn't?
No, I went over and joined Dora with the Bacardis. Then I had 3 margaritas. Do you know them drinks?
Look, I want some more details of the raid. Timing?
Next Friday, 11 o'clock. He's got 2 blokes dressed as security guards.
Names?
Don't know. That's honest. Oh, he did say that one of them used to work in security at London Airport.
Right, 11 o'clock, what happens?
Well, 10 o'clock, the new shift comes on. The night guards start a systematic buildings check, arriving at shed number 3 about 11 o'clock. The old guard knows the way in. Oh, they also know how to open the door of shed number 3. But whether it's with a key or other means, I don't know.
Look, have I got this right? They're going to blow the safe in shed 3 to get the keys to customs bond shed 11.
Right.
Where the gold bullion is.
I dare say you'll get quite a piece of promotion out of this.
Meaning what?
Well, I mean, it's a very big job to hand to your superiors on a plate.
Well, don't you worry about that, Curry. Who, where, and the times.
Go to hell.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, what guarantees have I got? Here I am like a dumb idiot spilling it all. And you taking your little notes? Well, I mean, what guarantees?
None.
I want to tell you a story about the first time I was arrested.
Look, where did this gang meet before the raid? Have they got a van to
Shut up! I'm telling you this story. Don't interrupt me. Let me have my say. Like I said, I was 11 years old when I saw my first cop shop. 11. And very frightened. When I got in there, this sergeant put the fear of God into me. He said if I didn't talk, he'd bash me.
I don't believe you.
He forced me to talk, like you'd like to force me to talk. He didn't tell me I had any rights. I didn't have to say anything. You see, nobody saw me at that off-licence. I was just picked up later on that night in a playground smoking with 100 cigarettes. So they took me in and charged me with stealing 1,000 cigarettes. Actually, I'd taken 400. The bloke at the off-licence, he'd helped himself to the rest, I reckon. Anyway, this sergeant said to me, kid, when you go to court, you say that you stole 1,000 cigarettes. You say that to anybody who asks you, because if you don't, I'll find you wherever you are and kick your head in.
Rubbish!
That's when I lost my respect for your uniform, the law it represents, the society it administers. They can't even leave kids alone.
You're going too far, Curry.
Never far enough. I told you that story so you'd realise that a long time ago a copper told me to shut up and take the rap, and I did, and that's why nowadays I don't keep quiet. I talk to coppers and they listen because they bloody well have to, and in the end I ridicule them.
Fat chance.
No, don't talk, Mr. Parkin. Listen. Because there's 1 or 2 details about that London airport job you should know. Something very important that Dora said.
Okay.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Carefully.
Go on.
I told you when Selfridge took me out the living room to have that little chat, this bloke Wallace turned up and shared a couple of Bacardis with Dora. While they were drinking them, the phone rang. Some mate comes in and says there's a phone call from Leeds for Mr. Selfridge. Wallace said he'd take it. Dora said he was obviously arranging something. Are you following this?
Sort of.
Are you all ears?
I'm listening.
Then Wallace came back and he said to Dora, "Here, love, the public had never believed this, but there's a bent copper on this London airport job. He's the boss." That was him on the phone in Ormsfirth.
Bent copper?
Right.
Who?
You.
What kind of game are you playing?
They call it charades. Haven't you guessed? I was playing an arrested man idly passing the time on a train, making fun of a cop.
I don't follow.
I made it all up.
Yeah, well, I don't believe you.
Really? Well, look, all those names I give you, what have they all got in common? Selfridge, Wallace, Littlewood. They're all shops in Oxford Street. It was just to pass the time.
And you think that's funny?
I told you, you were like that sergeant. You told me to shut up. And when a cop says that to me, I don't. Actually, it is funny.
You can shut up now!
As I was saying, actually, it is funny. I usually let them find out for themselves. It's just a lot of eyewash. Well, keeps them busy. I don't know why I told you. I must like your face, Mr. Parkin.
Well, I don't like your face, curry.
It's a story in my life, Constable, but it's the only one I've got. Leeds City in 10 minutes. Well, I've enjoyed this journey, Mr. Parkin. You make a very intelligent conversationalist. And a very attentive listener.
Come on, Mr. Curry. How are you? Didn't expect you. No, I thought I'd come. I've got some news for you.
What news?
You know that lad Terry Bennett, family you've been visiting?
Oh, nice lad.
Did 2 break-ins last night at Alton. We can't find him.
Well, I'll find him. You sure it was him that did the break-ins?
He was seen.
Well, I know where he'll go. His aunt. No problem.
What's he been like then?
Bit of a talker.
Oh, I've heard some tales about him. There's one about him being taken to Liverpool by a young copper. He told him the last detail about a big job that was planned. He had Liverpool C Division upside down, trying to check it out.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Wasn't a job at London Airport.
Aye. No.
Shipment of gold bullion.
Names, dates, places. Well, you?
Aye.
You believed him?
Well, it was very believable. Get over it.